So I saw this on the internet, and I'm like, huh, I wonder whether or not it's true. Do people with more muscle mass suffer less brain aging? I mean, the premise sounds correct, knowing all the benefits that working out, lifting does for, say, aging or overall lifespan. But does it help with our brain? So first, we have to look at, is there a brain muscle axis? And yes, there is, which makes sense, right? Your neurons are talking to your muscles, especially the motor functions, and keeping your muscles moving, especially when you're doing those either walking, running, lifting, any athletic movements. There has to be this communication between the brain and your muscles to keep moving. Now, if you're not using those, then those neurotransmitters aren't, or those neurons aren't being used. So how are they communicating? Well, through myokines. So myokines are produced by our muscles when we're working out. That also communicates with other parts of the body, the bones, pancreas, liver, our gut. So there's a gut muscle axis too, and including the brain. So our myokines are communicating with the brain and vice versa. But when I looked into the research, there wasn't a lot out there. I have to admit there wasn't a lot of research about brain aging and muscle density, or uh, the amount of lean mass or lean muscle you have. There's studies about lean mass, but not lean muscle. So, but this one right here, it's a it's a negative correlation kind of study, where meaning that it's correlating that because we saw negative effects when it came to high body fat composition when it comes to brain aging, meaning uh, in reverse correlation, or a positive correlation, meaning that, oh, then it has to, or there has to be a positive correlation when it comes to the amount of muscle mass you have and brain aging. See, but I really like this paper right here. Like I said, there's not a lot of information, or not a lot of research that has been done on it, but this paper looks at the link between muscle degradation and cognitive decline. So when we lose our motor functions, when we are less mobile, when we're going through cognitive decline, is that has any association with the loss of our muscle? And it turns out it does, right? As our muscles degrade, our cognitive decline, or our cognitive functions also decline. So that muscle brain axis is super important to our mental health, or not mental health, but our cognitive health. So in a way, again, keep moving, because your future older self will thank you.